That is a thick, chunky cat. It's all disco candy corn. They're up. We got vampire minions. Okay guys, it might be 110 degrees out here in Florida, but it is the fall time. All the Halloween merch is starting to drop at all the different stores, so we gotta stop by first Cracker Barrel, then we gotta go to Michael's, then we gotta go to Kohl's, then the grand finale is the at-home store. So sit back, relax, and enjoy 30 minutes of just shopping for Halloween stuff. All right, here we go. Into Cracker Barrel. All right, they are stepping up their game. We got the broom. The witch's broom is alive. I like the little carousel right here. It's got all these little skeletons riding inside of a cauldron with a spooky tree. And you come down here to a little ghosts in a graveyard. Now they do have ornaments, all sorts of different Halloween ornaments. There's so much to go over. If the broom fits, ride it. Stay coffinated. We got the little boxing pumpkin. The witch's brew hand soap. A little oven mitt. The great pumpkin. Oh, and this is just all the different ornaments. They have ghost cows, a little ghost with a dog, a ghost cat, this haunted phantom with a crystal ball, the witch that's like made out of a tree, some jack-o'-lanterns that are all stacked up, the little cat. Oh, look at this like light post. If you look up, there's a giant black widow on top of it. It all illuminates. But if you're scared of that, they do have an adorable little mummy guy right here. It is a blow mold, so it does light up, they said. We got some crystal skeleton earrings, crystal skeleton keychain. We got the whole Snoopy gang right here. There's a little pumpkin on top. Here's a metal cat light. So it's like cut out, and the cat even has like a little fish that it's snacking on. We got some Scooby-Doo shirts. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Girls will be girls. A little cat who's trick-or-treating. This is a good shirt. A little cat and dogs going out and trick-or-treating. Then there's a little cat that's been dressed up as a ghost. That's a mug. Then we have a mummy cow. And then we have another ghost cow. A little witch Snoopy. It looks like the great pumpkin on a shirt. Then there's all sorts of different salt and pepper shakers. Here lies pepper. So I guess you can kind of mix and match. They have a little witch goose right there. They got a Snoopy blanket. Here's a vinyl, the original soundtrack recording of It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, in the shape of a pumpkin. Knock, knock, trick or treat. It's like a little kid book. And what the heck is this? Is this a possum? I think it's a demented possum. But we do have a little animatronic guy. What does he do? Does he do a little shimmy? Oh, he's dancing for us. They have one of those really fuzzy purple blankets with little ghosts on it. Look at this little ghost guy. There's little bats floating around inside of him. Then we have the ceramic Christmas trees, the vintage little cat, just a little ray of pitch black. And then here's the Christmas tree, or here's the spooky tree. So they have some different lanterns, some different ornaments we just showed off. There's like the headless horseman. Here's a blow mold of a cute little cat dressed up as a vampire. They're really stepping their game up this year. We have a kitchen towel of a little cat that's dressed up. Then we're gonna have a little ghost walking a cat. Looks like you can put a little candle in there. And here's like a haunted house. Uh-oh, it's waking up. There's a little witch in the window. Oh, uh-oh. A little monster house action. They have a haunted house cookie jar with a little ghost popping out. Another little ghost petting a cat. And look at this awesome witch, like Tiffany lamp. Then they have another blow mold right here, but have a haunted house. I'm really digging all the blow molds they've been making. Then we have this like massive nutcracker guy right here. He could be standing guard on your porch. We have a salt and pepper shaker of Frankenstein's monsters. Or I guess his top would be salt. His brain would be pepper because it'd be like dandruff coming off. And then we have this little ghost on a plate riding a broom. And look at this. It's a skull beverage glitter globe. Oh, look at the blow mold. Look at this. Look at the little frog witch. He's got a little jack-o'-lantern in his hand. And here's the switch lever. So if you want to like add this to your room, it'll look like you're kind of... Oh. Look like you're electrocuting someone when you turn on the lights. We got the witch's brew glitter lamp, a salt and pepper shaker with some vampires. We got a dragon right here, the dragon glitter globe, 60 bucks. And it looks like he's holding an egg. Then there's a little decorative mirror you can pick up. Enter if you dare. Here's a little serving plate, but it's all just like skeleton bones. It looks like a tomb. They got a little mummy holding a jack-o'-lantern, a little vintage cat. And then here's like that witch that's made out of wood. Then they have this ghost towering over this wizard. Looks like his little orb glows. So you can put that up in your garden. Oh, it's a Grim Reaper. That's what it is. It's not a ghost. But then look at this. It's like a glitter pumpkin. It's a glitter pumpkin street post sign. They have a raven on top of a skull for a pen. Here's a haunted house glitter globe. Then they have some more ornaments down here for your spooky tree. Rest in peace, little Frankenstein monster dog. Then we're gonna have an Edgar Allan Poe salt and pepper shaker. Then they have the bowl, the skull bowl. And they got this little plush bat looking at you. So we're trying out a new camera. We're trying out the Insta360 because normally when you bring in the big DSLR into like a store, they get kind of freaked out. So I'm trying out this camera. So let me know how it is. The video and the audio on the iPhone does not hold up well. So let me know what you're thinking about this audio and video. It's my first time using it. So bear with me if things are a little wonky in this video. We're figuring it out. They do some little kid shirts or this little ghost trick-or-treating with a bow where they have little shoes that are like little spooky cats. You got a little bat on this hat and little booties right there, and then a little boo with some little booties right there for your little kid. I like the salt and pepper shakers. They're little bats that are upside down. They got blow molds of flamingos, light up signs of flamingos. If you're a fan of flamingos, they got you covered here. But on that note, let's go head off to the next store. We're gonna head off to Michael's now to go see what's going on with the Spooky Town and the other merch that they have. We are here. We've returned to Michael's to see all the spooky stuff. We got a pastel like candle pumpkin, some table decor, trick or treat. Little sign. I always love these like kind of like plush skeleton decorations. So you got like a guy and a girl. He's got a little bow tie. She's got a little flower in her hair. We've got a Halloween wreath. It's got little ghosts on it. A spider coffin display. You can put your decorations right there. The heck is a soap noodle? But then look at these. Here's the disco ghosts. Those things are cool. Come down here. A spooky juice. It's like a little juice box with a little ghost on it. It's a fun design. Then we got a pillow, Moonchild, but then underneath, it's actually a coffin, and there's a skeleton underneath. I always love a good spooky nutcracker. We got a little Frankenstein's monster. This guy looks like some sort of baron, a trick-or-treat pumpkin, a spooky cat, trick-or-treat pillow, hocus pocus. What does this one say? Moonlight Mischief on that one. And then we have a little ghost pillow right there. It's all disco candy corn. Who's gonna put that in front of their house? They're massive. They're like 3 feet tall. Before we get to the Spooky Town stuff, they do have the spooky tree on display. It changes colors. Oh, that's cool. Then there's a smaller one. This one is like that Grinch looking one where it's kind of bent. This one is more like flocked. But we'll come over here. It's like Houdini, World's Master Mystic. So they're doing a magic trick right there. Little wall sign. It's all kind of like magic themed. Here's like a magic hand. They're sticking swords through that person right there. This one says abracadabra. So yeah, every year it's like a different aesthetic. Here's some chains that can hold up some candles. We'll come down here. Dramatic exit. All smoke and mirrors. It's a cool like vintage magician poster. We have another one right here where they're trying to saw her in half. So you can put your keys on that or something. Here's another one where she's like levitating. Here's like a wine rack. It almost looks like, you know, when they try to lock up Houdini or something. Sawing a lady in half. Looks like they're making a car disappear. Death-defying Harry Houdini. There's a lock on it. There's like a little key and a lock. I wonder what's inside. Upside down in the water torture cell. Looks like someone already took off the lock, but what is inside? Houdini, Handcuff King. Truly amazing. You won't trust your eyes. Here's some more little display books. Modern magic, locks and illusions, secrets of the escape artists, magic tricks, how to perform the impossible. We have another massive plate right there. Another sign that just says abracadabra. We have some more different signs. It's just an illusion. We saw the smoke and mirrors one, or be nice, or disappear. It is just an act. Here's like the little magic trick where they kind of swap the person's body around. So when you open it, it'll show how she actually looks in there. This is almost like a little jewelry box, but then you close it, and like it's like the different sections of her body are switched up. But again, you could put stuff in there, and then kind of the same thing where her body is just kind of switched around on this little shelf. This is another little shelf, but it's enclosed, and they're like shoving swords through the box. Kind of like a mix and match little box. So you can put like her head on top of her body or switch it around. Like a fortune teller pillow. We got the hand with the eye right there. And we got this really trippy print. This almost looks like some alien planet. We got the eye being held by a hand. A little coin tray or ash tray. Another little crescent moon pillow. It's got a face on it. If you look at it like that, it's got a face. And then here's a little stool. What's on the stool? It's just kind of the same color as the pillows. I don't see any design on the stool. And then here's like some decorative little gems. Here's another sign for the Mystic Parlor. Here's a little display about all these different types of special gems. Amethyst, quartz, aquamarine right there. What is this? So that encloses, and you got that design. Here's another piece of wall art with the eyeball, or if you want the full eyeball with lashes, you got that one. You got this like golden plate as a display. Here's another little moon kind of jewelry box. Here's another display with the stars in the back. The Capricorn pillow. You got the Pisces, the Sagittarius pillow. You got Libra, Virgo, Scorpio. I think that's all the different types of pillows that they have. Little palm reading display. Here's another wall sign, palm reading. This is actually like pretty well themed. Like if you have a haunt and you're doing like a little psychic room or something, come here to Michael's. You'll be able to pick up some pretty cool stuff. The sun, a little hook right there. And then we got a pillow looking at you. This would just kind of creep me out if that was just chilling in your like room or living room. There's not a little eyeball jewelry box, so you open that up, put your stuff in there. You got different candles. So you got Cancer, Scorpio, Libra, and this is like a little footstool. And then we got the different moons, so you can open this up and you can put stuff in there. This is the main event. This is what we are here to see, the Spooky Town. Every year they have a whole new collection. This haunted house, Happy Halloween. They got fresh apple cider. We got the full moon bar, open from dusk till dawn. A Grim Reaper, that would be like good for a graveyard scene if you have one of those. We got the Silver Slug Saloon, and there is like a reward sign on it. This is the best one that they got. Nightmare Videos, you got this clown up top. You got the snack bar inside. Dead drop box. You have to drop off your video rentals. Horror movies open 24 hours. Oh, it's closing down. Everything must go. Looks like a zombie at the cash register. Over here's the sci-fi section. And there's an alien inside. There's like this pumpkin coming out of the top. We got the Spooky Town Halloween Jazz Festival. Oh, look at this. It's a roller rink rave. And Michael Jackson DJing right there. All the zombies are breaking out of the crypts. They're bringing in the new arrivals. This guy's just popping out of the box saying hi. This guy was in a cramped box. He's crawling right now. I guess at the top, you got the Grim Reaper and then some more little zombies escaping their crypts. End of the line caboose. It says RIP Railroad Boo 13. So you got Drunken Hitchhiker. The seance services, doing a seance out front. The ghost is in the attic looking over them. I wonder what this stuff looks like when it's all plugged in. Does the eyeball move? Does she spin around? Here's like another crypt with this ghost popping out of the ground. It's gonna be the Misty Grave Mausoleum. The time warp time clocks. Time waits for no one right there. This is where you're checking in. A little witch house, but it's a giant witch boot. All the broomsticks are parked outside. Midnight Magic, Lightning Fast, Broom Charging Station, the shops of Horrid Hamlet. And there's just so much going on in each one of these little sculptures. Here's the Macabre Mansion. This is supposed to be like the Playboy Mansion. They have a Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner lives on in Spooky Town. The Coffin Parlor, Vampire Tanning Salon. Vampires want to blend in. They need a good tan, so you can get that done here. They're having the full moon special. They have a silver disco skeleton, a bedazzled black disco skeleton. You get a pink one and then a blue one. So if you need one, they're 3 feet tall, but they're $100. $100 for a little disco skeleton. Yeah, when we get close to Halloween, this whole section will become Halloween. Right now it's kind of like summertime stuff. But you get closer, there's more stuff coming. So we'll be back to cover more. Wait, what is going on with this horse? It's like they gave the horse a corset or something. They have a dachshund sponges right there, and then even a dachshund like ice mold, where you fill it up with water, you freeze it, and little dachshunds come out to go in your cocktail. They have bows, and then smiley faces, and then croissants. You could have an ice croissant and put that in your cocktail. What is that? Oh, I think it's a peach. We're gonna head over to Kohl's now. All right, we've made it to Kohl's. I don't know if they'll have too big of a selection, but let's go see what they got. Found the Halloween stuff. It's a massive section. You guys might be here for hours with me going over everything. This is it. They have this adorable little Snoopy candy bowl. Put your candy in there, and then we have some little ghost salt and pepper shakers, and then we have a couple mugs of Snoopy right there, and Charlie Brown. Some dancing skeletons, hand-painted little ghosts with some sunglasses, Mickey and Minnie on a little mug. That's it. We might not have Halloween stuff, but we do have interesting dog toys. You have a little Oscar Mayer Wiener right there, or the Oscar Mayer Wiener Mobile as a dog toy. You want to give your dog some Kraft mac and cheese? They got that. A Skippy peanut butter sandwich, A1 steak sauce as a dog toy. I don't even know if a dog wants A1 steak sauce. A Sour Patch Kid, Hungry Hippos. Operation is a dog toy. Play-Doh is a dog toy now. A nut and bolt for your dog. A drill as a squeaker. Electronic dancing llama. Let's see what it does. There's Gerg doing a little dance for us. Or you have the Incredible Hulk right there. Okay, we've made it to that home store. Yeah, it's crazy to see just kind of the rise and fall of so many of these stores, because we used to go to like Big Lots and Joann's, and those are like gone. They've gone bankrupt. And Party City, that went out of business last year. At Home was like having a lot of issues, I think, last year. I think they're okay. There's very few places now to pick up the Halloween merch. But for now, we still got the At Home store. We got Minions. We got inflatables. They're up. I didn't think they'd have inflatables up right now, but they're up. We got vampire minions. Again, they're still kind of in the middle of 4th of July right now, but they've started to get the Halloween stuff in for the dead and breakfast. No vacancy. Got a little witch hat that lights up. Family of ghosts. You have a little dog ghost and a spider that lights up. Like a couple weeks from now, it'll be just like aisle after aisle after aisle after aisle with just all Halloween stuff. They have these just like little simple hanging ghosts. This one lights up. It's just like some cloth around a little ball. You got Toothless. He's got a little pumpkin with him. Snoopy's sitting on the pumpkin. We got the classic Stitch pumpkin raised inside. And then we got a little Minion. People love their Minions. And the Minion's even holding a little Minion trick-or-treat bag. For $150, they got the vampire Minion right there. And then we have little Bob, who's kind of stuck inside the pumpkin. Where's Tim? Where's his little teddy bear? Here's like one of those trippy mirrors, like infinity mirrors, where it just keeps going on and on and on. So they got a little ghost, a little cat, then a little pumpkin. Then over here, they have a haunted house. The same thing with that infinity mirror. Some light up skulls. It says try me, but I guess they've been sitting in storage for so long. Oh, this works. Yeah, all 3 heads light up. Then we have a blow mold jack-o'-lantern, a blow mold cat, and this adorable little ghost with a dog. This might be one of the best blow molds I've ever seen. I think I'm gonna pick that up. That's just too good. We got some little animatronic guys. It says try me. Do I go in to shake the hand?
We hope you will be hanging around for a very long time. We also have alternate menus for your dining pleasures. Brains topped with eyeballs. Dinner will be served in the dungeon. Would you like some wine with your meal? Pardon my appearance. I just woke up from my dirt nap.
He is happy. He's a happy little Grimmy. Okay, but does the little pumpkin Grim Reaper do the shimmy? Oh, I don't think he works. Then we have a witch over here. What does she do? Oh, she does everything. She's dancing, she's shimmying. I think her potion definitely has some alcohol in it. Oh, we got inflatables. We got a new groundbreaker this year, $250 to light up pumpkin guy coming out of the ground. Now, I like when people buy like the groundbreakers and they customize them themselves. Is this a skeleton snake going in to bite the pumpkin guy? And we have a Grim Reaper right here waiting to serve you. I wonder if that lights up. It looks like it lights up, but there's just no head in there. It's all ghost. So you have a happy pumpkin child. These are separate inflatables. They're not the same thing. Got a little spider witch down below the cat. Look at the size of this cat. $220. You can pick this up. Oh, his hat says boo. Yeah, so you got that, and then below him is a smiling jack-o'-lantern, but $350. They have a skeleton horse. His eyes do light up. Then they have a little light post for $120 with some skulls at the bottom, and then the light up skull wheelbarrow made out of bones. And then here's a massive inflatable. You have like a haunted house right there with a gravestone. They're having a party. And then inside are two little ghosties inside of a witch hat. You can see the silhouette of a witch flying past the moon. These are only 15 bucks. You have kind of a glitter bedazzled pink skeleton. They're not fully done yet. Every day they're gonna add more stuff. They have a dragon that lights up his eyes. Oh, he talks. Over here's a wanted poster. Wanted, dead or alive, cash reward. You can like set this up in front of your house and then you can put your head right through there. Here's some light up skulls, some light up pumpkins. Here's some decorative massive skulls. These things are like a foot tall. Whole little litter of baby skeleton dachshunds. Then this looks like a bat. They have oh, it moves. You just need some standard skeleton hands for $5. At Home Stores got you covered. They have a raven on this pillow. Looks like Victorian wallpaper, but there's skulls and bats. Here's a vampire mouth with their fangs. A Grim Reaper praying on this pillow. Here's some bats on that pillow, and then some ravens or crows on this one. Got an orange and black table runner, and then another table runner with some pumpkins. I like the pillow with a little ghost, and then some bloody pumpkins, a vial of blood, a little cat, a bunch of little ghosts on brooms. Welcome to our haunted house. We got the dancing skeletons. Happy Halloween. Here's a little pillow. You have a little mummy guy right there, a little witch ghost, and then a dapper little ghost right there. And I like this one. It's like a mummy. It says Happy Halloween on it. Then you have a haunted house, another little witch with a broom. You got a wall of skeletons over here. This guy's just waiting for a hug. His arms are out. We have the radioactive skeleton. Oh, here's a swinging ghost you could set up at your house. I like they have like special themed storage bins where it has kind of an orange accent on the handle, so you know it's for Halloween. Then we got all the different doormats. Beware. The witch is in. These boots were made for haunting. We've been dying to see you. 3 little ghosts hanging out. A classic happy jack-o'-lantern. Happy Halloween. This almost looks like a tattoo. Trick or treat. Candy corns and some candy on it. Bewitch ya in a minute. Oh, I get it. And then we got some ghost or little monster eyeballs looking at you. And then we got drop on in with some witch legs. Get a ghost, pumpkin, and a little cat. Boot, scootin', spooky. And then you have some cowboy skeletons right there. We're gonna have a spooky cat looking at you. And then we have another massive doormat that says boo. It says welcome with all these bats. Then we have another unwelcome bat doormat. Home, but with a skeleton head. You rang with some skeleton heads. Here's like a Victorian, again, wallpaper design, but with a bat in the center. And then Happy Haunting with a bunch of ghosts. 3.5 foot wide, blow up inflatable coffin. Here's some little ghosties. They're having a little party. Here's a little witch ghost, bedazzled pumpkins. Here's a stretchy like spider web. Then they have the Halloween garland. Got pumpkins on this one, vintage dapper pumpkins on that one, some different colored balls, black and white, orange, black and white, and like string little Jack Skellingtons on this garland. And this one says spooky all the way down. So if you're a fan of Halloween garland, they got that. But again, there's so much that's going to be coming to that home store. We're going to be coming here multiple times. What is going on with these little guys? There's weird like Cabbage Patch looking pumpkins. This pumpkin legit looks like my grandma. I guess she would approve of this pumpkin 10 out of 10.
It's a must.
Then we have like an old grandpa pumpkin. Then we have a grumpy grandma, a sad, tired pumpkin. It's been a long year for him. All the data centers have been sucking up all of his water. Then we have another kind of grandma pumpkin right there. We got some more yard signs. We have a silhouette of a witch. Welcome, foolish mortals. A witch and a cat. And then here's like some bouncy eyeballs you can put in your yard. Go away. Skeleton's arm is on a stake. You can stick it in the ground. And then since it's Florida, they got skeleton flamingos. Here's some more giant yard signs. It's a massive silhouette of a skeleton, probably about like 5 feet tall. And then we have some little candy corn with some jack-o'-lanterns. We have 2 little ghosts right there that are saying boo. 3 pumpkins that are stacked. Classic Happy Halloween. This just reminds you of like the 90s. This is how all the aesthetic was at Kmart. It just felt like that. Home, spooky home. Another decorative sign, not a yard sign, more of a house or porch sign with some ghosts popping out of a haunted house. These ghosts are just kind of standing on top of each other, and then a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns stay on top of each other. Enter, if you dare. Happy Halloween. These are bleeding candles, so when you light them, it looks like they're bleeding. We have bleeding kind of bone candles, it looks like, and then bleeding skull candles. So when you light them, it's just all gonna look like blood's coming out. Some more bleeding skull candles right here. We got bleeding candles of eyeballs, snakes, more skulls, golden skulls, matte black skulls, a heart that'll start bleeding, a hand holding a skull that'll bleed. Looks like a little fortune teller. If you're having a party, make some alcoholic beverages, pour it out of the mouth. You have a skull down there, and then you can put some different cookies and stuff right there. And then we have a mug, larger pot. You can put a plant or something in, a little decorative plate. Here's another little plate. You can put little cookies around, but it's like a witch hat. This is for like chips and dip. So you put your chips right there, and you put like your queso or guac in there. And look at this massive cookie jar down there. Why are the gnomes still a thing? Why are we still doing the decorative gnome? It's like a metal candy cauldron. We have a little cat pillow right here. You can put a little potted plant in there, a little decorative witch hat. And you come down here, we have a little cat chilling with a spell book, some little glitter pumpkins. We have some more glitter hats, a pink glitter hat, a bad witch pillow, and then on the other side, good witch. They're definitely going for the wicked vibes with the pink and the green. Then we have another spooky pillow with a spider, the wheel of fortune, the moon. And then down here we have the moon cycle right there next to, looks like almost like a glass pumpkin. Here's some more like traditional fall stuff for Thanksgiving. Some goblets, a pumpkin. You can put some stuff in there, some mashed potatoes. Here you can put a pie or cookies underneath, but it's a giant pumpkin. Some pumpkin mugs, a little pumpkin salt and pepper shaker. Another little plate right there. A glass with little pumpkins on it. Another ceramic jack-o'-lantern dish. Like little pumpkin cups. They're not mugs, they're like little cups. Put soup or something inside there. Put pumpkin soup. We got more Halloween stuff over here. All right, so we got these 2 guys. Their eyes light up. You can put stuff inside the coffin that they're carrying. I feel like this guy's doing most of the work. This guy's not holding on to anything. He's dead tired because he's pulling all the weight. A massive decorative dragon. And then down here, we got a little skelly popping out of the ground. A 3-headed dog, a lamp, but it's like a golden snake down there. They got a cat lamp right there. There's a vulture holding on to a lantern. And look at this. This is a massive light, but at the top, it's like a matte black skeleton rib cage. You would think like, oh, this is just a nice lamp. And then you look down here and there's this terrifying monster, like zombie looking at you. You can see her face is peeling off. Got some little ghosts that are on a swing next to a spooky tree. A snake pumpkin. Got another little snake right there. A little scorpion. He got into a fight. He lost his arm. We have some a dancing skeleton mug. A little cowboy ghost mug. This isn't like a doormat. I think it's kind of like a table runner to put stuff over. We have this massive tombstone. We have a little haunted house. Some bats around it. That's a cool design. A little pumpkin. Put something in there. Then we have another grave with some melting candles. And this guy's just pondering what's going on. Why is there so much Halloween stuff in a store in June? We have this haunted mansion, but they're happy haunts. happy little ghosties popping out of the windows. This little ghost is definitely asking for double candy. He's got a trick or treat little flag with him. There's a smaller little one, and then we got these little ballerina ghosts that just kind of sit there. And then here's this like cloth that's going over the skull, creepy and eerie. And then just some little brooms that stand up on their own. Some little wooden gravestones, looks like gingerbread almost. Gargoyles. That is a thick, chunky cat. A little bat back there, rest in pieces, a raven, a candlestick holder with some skulls, a little goblet, and then they have a spooky ceramic Christmas tree right there. The Tombstone Saloon, it lights up, and then we have a candle. This look more like aliens, honestly, than skeletons sitting in the bathtub. You can light them. Here's some decorative books. You have some snakes right there. This looks like almost like a Death Eater book right there, and like a happy pink book. The edible definitely just hit with that pumpkin. We have another little haunted house with some bats flying out of it. It says the witch is in. It's like a haunted house on a hill with some little pumpkins. A decorative sign, home sweet, haunted home, Salem Brewing. And then here's a cowboy skeleton. Put that up. And then we have a wanted, dead or alive, Scully the Kid, 10,000 reward. Massive skulls down there, the pumpkins, some ceramic ghosts. Here's a little ghost pot, or like you put your umbrellas or a plant in there. Here's some little witches that are ghosts. It's like they're trying to climb on top of each other, fighting over a broomstick. It's that same sculpture, but just a little smaller right here. And then another little ghosty witch. And then more booze, please. Put your alcoholic beverage in there inside the cauldron. I like this. It's just a classic jack-o'-lantern with some candy popping out of it, some eyeballs, some little ghosts right there, and then some classic just stacked pumpkins. There's like moss and mold all over this bust. And then we have some terrifying mushrooms. There's some skulls at the base of it, some little pumpkins with some bats. This plant's about to eat someone. There's a skull at the bottom of its last victim. And then we have some musical light strings. So you hit this, they do the Ghostbusters music, and they sing. Then we have some more gravestones. There's a skeleton that's already ready to be buried. A classic R.I.P. Look at this like wooden sculpture of a skull. And then up there, it's gonna say Witch's Brew, Apothecary, Potions and Powder, Curses and Cures. Here's some sculptures of these like witches. I think they light up. Yeah, if you look, there's a little green light. So when you're from far away and there's like fog, it'll look like there's a head right there. There's also another gargoyle right here, and his head lights up. He's got red eyes. Some more gravestones. We have a pumpkin monster climbing out of the ground. Rest your bones. There's a hand inside. A little haunted house right here. We come over to the skulls. We have like the vines growing over this skull, and little beetles popping out of this one, and then little toads. Warty little toads are over here right next to this like giant ball of skulls. And this little skeleton guy is just crying. He's having a bad day. Here's a vampire on top of a bunch of books with a raven on top. They're gonna come over here to some portraits. He's gonna be playing the guitar. They're gonna be dancing right there. And then you have a cowboy skeleton right there. There's a big cowboy theme this year. You got pillows like Howdy Halloween. At first I was like, there's not a lot of Halloween stuff, but there's just more. You keep uncovering more and more Halloween stuff every aisle you walk by. Some shower mats with some blood all over it. You got some pumpkins right there, little black cat. Then you got a little skeleton guy holding a jack-o'-lantern, waiting for some soap to come out of his head. All right, well that is a wrap on the at-home store. We saw a lot of stuff. I thought it was gonna be a little bit of stuff. Saw a lot, but we'll be back. There'll be more stuff that pops up in the coming weeks. But that was just the first little tease of Halloween. Okay guys, we're back in the office. Hope you enjoyed our little Halloween shopping spree. We're gonna do a couple more of these leading up to Halloween. We still got Lowe's, Home Depot, they haven't gotten anything yet. Michael's and the at-home store will get more stuff. It is the start of spooky season now that all the Halloween stuff is showing up in stores. So on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
We love the family.
Because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things spooky and scary and theme parks around the country. I love you all. I'll see y'all very soon.
Brains topped with
Hey, no, no, hey, no.
Then you got a little skeleton guy holding a jack-o'-lantern, waiting for some to come out of his head.